Hi Booktube, it's Gina. It's Monday. Hope you're doing well. I don't know what the weather is like where you are, but here in the Pacific Northwest, the cozy season has definitely descended upon us. It is a little gray, a little drizzly. The leaves are falling. It's beautiful. Now, we did have a beautiful 70-degree weather day on Saturday, which was really, really nice. But overall, the change of the seasons is definitely happening. And I wasn't super ready for it a couple weeks ago, but I'm here for it now. I'm ready. I'm enjoying the anticipation of the cozy season where we can hunker down, start lighting our candles. It's going to be darker earlier. Our summers here, our days are really, really long, so it stays light really, really late, which I love. But when it starts getting darker earlier, it's just very cozy. I've got some candles that I'm getting ready to burn. I have to be really careful with those because I have a kitten who crawls all over everything now. You might be able to hear her tussling around in the background. But I've got cozy lighting. I'm looking around right now. I've got 3 little lamps going in my house. I've got some candles on my fireplace mantle, cozy pillows and throws scattered all over the place. And so I just wanted to talk to you today about a few cozy books, sort of decorating books. They're nonfiction books. And I also want to do a few Booktuber shout outs because I have discovered a few fun new channels recently that I've really been enjoying. And I wanted to do some shout outs. When I started my channel, right around February, in April, Kelly at Books I'm Not Reading did a St. Patrick's Day shout out. And she challenged everybody with I can't remember if it was 1,000 subscribers or if it was just shouting out smaller channels than yours. And I got some really, really sweet shout outs from so many wonderful booktubers that really helped to get my channel some traction and get some new subscribers. And it was so nice. It felt so good to kind of get some shout outs. So I've got a few people that I want to shout out. Some of you may have already heard of a couple of them. And the first one is going to be Marilyn Maya Mendoza. And the reason I'm shouting out Marilyn, Triple M, is because she just did a video on the 5 books that helped her the most during, I can't remember the exact title, sorry Marilyn, but during depression or anxiety periods, 5 books that helped her out. And 2 of the authors she had on that list are 2 authors that are very, very important to me too. And I thought, I'm gonna do something similar. I'm gonna call this sort of the cozy comfort reading books and really just how to nest out your place, how to prepare for the cozy season. So the first book I want to talk about is Home Comforts. This is a gigantic book about everything in your home by Cheryl Mendelson. And I love this book. Some people might think it is a bit pedantic because she really goes into detail about things like how to make your bed, how to tuck in your bottom sheet, how to iron around, how to fold the top down. I mean, every tiny little detail you can imagine, she goes over in here, and it's fantastic. She talks about budgeting. She talks about fabrics, about what chemicals to use for cleaning, about light bulbs, and it's a really fantastic reference book. But I just find it really comforting to pick a chapter and kind of read and get inspired to putter around my own house, tidy things up, and you're going to see a theme of that in some of these books. But I love keeping this around to just kind of read for comfort. Now the second one, and this one was one that Marilyn also had on her video, was Apartment Therapy, the 8-step Home Cure by Maxwell Gillingham Ryan, who has a website called Apartment Therapy, which is not very good anymore. It used to be really, really good, but it's kind of, I feel like it's kind of gone, it's gone corporate a little bit. But this book is fantastic. It's all about cozying up your home to be a place to nurture you rather than just a place to kind of drop your hat and sleep. And he's in New York, and I think a lot of young people in New York tend to use their apartments fairly lightly. They don't cook a lot. And so I think this is really geared towards that audience. But every time I read this, I get new inspiration for cleaning, for organizing. There's a sentence in here. So wait a minute. Phoebe, come here. Here's Phoebe, you guys. She's getting so big. This is our foster kitten, Phoebe Station Stanier, and she is not cuddly, but she's a delight. We love her. She is playing with a crinkle toy right now. So anyway, Apartment Therapy is just all about curing your home, seeing your home as a living, breathing, what does he say? Now that you understand that your home is much more than four walls and furniture, and you can start to see it as a living organism with bones, breath, heart, and head, it is time to get to work and improve it. Really to support all of those things. And I just absolutely love this. I read it over probably every year just to refresh myself, to get inspiration, to help me remember why I love my home so much, and why I really always have. I was never a light user of my home. I've always been a pretty cozy nester. And then you will have seen this book if you have watched my channel at all, Living a Beautiful Life by Alexandra Stoddard. I bought this back in 1985 or 86, when I was graduating from high school and getting ready to go away to college in the Northridge, California area. And this subtitle of this is 500 Ways to Add Elegance, Order, Beauty, and Joy to Every Day of Your Life. And this is really, it's chunked into sections, creating rituals, bathroom, bedroom, living room, and it's got little sections at the end of each chapter on just some little tips. And it's really similar in theme to the others. It's not really about decorating. It's not about buying expensive things. It's about little things that you can do. It's not about potpourri. It's about little things that you can do just to make your home welcoming. For instance, under weekly rituals, there's a section for flowers, for cleaning, for napping. I love this one. This is one time in the week when many of us seem to have the inclination to take a nap, Sunday afternoon. I love that. I put a quilt or a throw over me and begin by propping myself against several pillows. Then I read magazines. My mind drifts and I doze. Something like this is special because you don't do it every day. It's a weekend ritual. And this is just a really delightful book about making your everyday life as beautiful and welcoming, beautiful to you, not expensive, not fancy, but just welcoming to you. That might just mean having a throw blanket on the back of the couch so that you can cuddle up with it. It doesn't have to be pretty to anyone other than you, or comfortable to anyone other than you. I like to entertain, so I do like to make my home welcoming to guests, but it's totally about you. And then lastly, I've got two more here. This one is At Home with Books. And I don't know if you guys have seen this before, but this was the first sort of book decoration, sort of book picture book that I bought. I don't know if you can see this. Look at those big, cozy, easy chairs. This is just a book all about being at home with books. It's pictures. It's, there's a picture in here of one of the Rolling Stones libraries. He's sitting at his table with, I think it's Keith Richards. It's piled with cigarette butts and books and just an odd assortment of knickknacks. And so it's got some famous people, some bookish people. I've seen some of the pictures in this book now popping up in some other book. The recent one, I think, that just came out had one of these pictures. So I've seen some of these floating around other places, but this has just been one of my favorite decorating books for a long, long time. I got this when it came out, and I will never get rid of it. And then this is the last one. So this is Living Large in Small Spaces, Expressing Personal Style in 100 to 1,000 square feet. And it's by Marissa Bartolucci. I love this book. Look at that cozy little office. Isn't that just spectacular? I have a real thing for small spaces. My house is fairly small. It's not this small. It's about 1,200 square feet. So it's perfect for 2 humans and 2 animals. 3 cat animals, sometimes 4. If we have a foster, since we just lost JJ, we're now sadly back down to 3. So my house isn't quite this small, but it's a cozy fit for the 2 of us. Plus, we both spend a lot of time in our office, which our guest room is set up as an office and library with bookshelves and 2 desks. I work from home, so I spend a ton of time there. But I just have this weird thing for small spaces. I love van life videos. I love tiny house videos. One of the reasons why I like Matthew at Mayberry Book Club's channel so much. He's fantastic, but he also lives in a tiny home, and it amazes me that he's got bookshelves, big bookshelves like this in his tiny home. It's just spectacular. So I love small spaces. I love thinking about how your home works and supports you regardless of the size of it. And this book has just got fantastic pictures, and it's just something I flip through all the time to just make me happy. And then for some of the other Booktuber shout-outs. So I've already talked about Marilyn, who of course I will link below. I wasn't really shouting out Matthew, but I'll link his channel down below too, since he's got such a cute tiny house and talks so well about books. But the 4 Booktubers that I want to specifically now shout out are, the first one is Book Talks with Mrs. Thomas. And I love Mrs. Thomas. She is a teacher, and she started her channel, I think, during the pandemic to not just keep in touch and branch out with her students and have another mechanism for doing that. And she talks about books. I love the books that she talks about. And I really have been, I haven't watched a ton of her videos yet, and we're kind of working through them, but her channel is fantastic. So I would definitely recommend Mrs. Thomas. Second is Simply Laura Lee. I'm not sure if Lee is her last name or if she's a Southern lady, and so she might be Laura Lee. Laura Lee, if you see this, you can let me know below if you are Laura or if you're Laura Lee. But she is wonderful. She's got a real cozy background. She's got a fireplace going behind her, and she talks about her TBR. She does a book box, and she puts the books that she wants to read or pay attention to off of her shelves into her book box, and they're just really cozy videos. And I loved her BookTube newbie tag, which she talked about how she discovered books, how she decided to start teaching. I don't think she teaches anymore, but I'm sure she was a wonderful teacher. So check out Simply Laura Lee. And then I've also wanted to talk about Kim at The Paper Traveler. I've been watching Kim's channel for a while, and she's not a teeny booktuber. I think she's got 500 or more subscribers, but Kim is such a cozy, also another Southern lady. She's got a wide, beautiful array of books behind her. She did a video this summer where she was walking around her property outside. She did a vlog, and it was just flowy and beautiful. And I love the way Kim talks about books. She likes beautiful books too. So she's always got beautiful, beautiful books in her collection, and I really love her channel. And then lastly, you probably already all know Shelley Swearingen, but I want to shout out Shelley because Shelley is the most sparkling, charming, intelligent, sweet person. She's young, she's got little kids at home. She's just started vlogging. She loves children's literature. She's doing a project on reading the 1001 books you must read before you grow up project. And Shelley she just sparkles. She's so sweet. And I love the way she talks about books. I love the way she vlogs. And if you like my channel and you like sort of cozy, chatty videos like this, Shelley does some of these. She's also recently started vlogging. I think I already said that. And kind of showing different areas of her home and taking the camera out with her. And I love her vlogs so much. So it would be wonderful if you would check out Shelley as well as everyone else that I will link below. Happy Monday. I hope that you are cozy and wherever you are safe and sound, and I will talk to you later. Bye.